Well, good morning everybody, this is DearMamaSal heading off in a totally different direction this morning. It is 17 degrees already here in southern British Columbia, which would make it 62 in American, and I'm off to take my trusty Jeep in for a checkup. You know, I have a certain... Oh, by the way, this is the road with the bumps in it, so... With the road that Oz used to call my dead body road, because it always looks like I'm driving over dead bodies. So, I normally just take my car in for regular services at the local oil change place, but about once a year I like to take it in, have it checked over completely, and do the major stuff that might be necessary. You know, my car is, like me, getting on a bit now. Bless its heart, and I love it to bits. I still do. It's one of the biggest surprises of my life. I only bought it because I needed something to pull my trailer, and I would not have bought a dirty great powerful Jeep for any other reason. But I have to say that I have been very, very pleasantly surprised with it. I've been very happy with it for many years. And I am somebody that keeps their cars a long time, whenever possible. My last car I had for over 15 years. And that was a turbocharged number. I like that, as some of you can probably imagine. And so, to move from my turbocharged number to this, what was then to me a tank, was quite a shift. And it's a shift in mentality as well as in driving experience. But it had all the bells and whistles, you know, the heated seats, the leather seats, and it was 3 years old when I got it, and it had only done, I think, 13,000 kilometers, which I cannot freely translate into miles. Let's just say not very, it hadn't done very much mileage at all. And it had come off a 3-year lease in beautiful condition. And I paid a very fair sum of money for it, I must say, because it did have all the power I needed to haul a trailer. And it had the towing package on it. And I don't know, for those of you who don't know, that when you get what I call a haul machine, which is a trailer or something, you need power in your engine for sure, but you also need extra cooling facilities for your engine, and you know, and other things, and gearing down and so forth. There are special things that are really important if you are hauling a trailer. And this particular car had it all already, so I was very happy. And that was, I have to think, about 15 years ago now. So there's a lot to be said for getting a good car and looking after it. And it doesn't have to be new when you get it. It's like, I guess that's my message. I really have only once in my life had a brand new car. And I managed to put a ding in it in the first week. And after that I decided that, you know, you only really relax with a car once it sort of looks like it's not brand new. And also, I'm certain that a lot of you already know that if you get a car that's coming off lease and it's been well looked after, you save yourself many, many thousands of dollars. So, worth thinking about. All right. I wanted to say that we've had a number of interesting things happen. I'm not sure what it was that I said in my vlog yesterday, but I must have said something that people who truly care about me picked up on, because two people that I care about and respect deeply wrote and basically offered their support. So I don't know what I said. I'd have to re-listen to it. But it was not my intent. I cannot remember being upset about anything yesterday to that degree. So, but obviously it came through. And quite honestly, I didn't have a chance this morning to go back and re-listen to it. So just to let you all know, I'm fine. And for those people who offered their support, I assure you, if I were not fine, I'd be asking for it. Well, I'm pretty sure I would be anyway. I was very touched on a couple of things in the last couple of days. One was that while I was at VidCon, I did a number of interviews of people. Some of those interviews I haven't yet found in my footage. I keep looking for the extra footage that I seem to have lost. But one of the people that I interviewed was a charming lady. And it was quite strange because as I listened to her, I could hear that she was running this one particular channel, but underneath it all I could hear an adventurer trying to get out and do other things. And I said to her, why don't you go? And she was on her way to Hawaii, and I said, why don't you go and vlog the fun you have in Hawaii? And I said, because I think there's a very big fun side to you that I can feel, and I think if you allow that to come out, you're going to have a much happier life. And I was absolutely stunned yesterday when I picked up a link that came through to me, and quite honestly, I nearly nuked it because I didn't recognize the name. And something made me stop and just check the link, and I don't normally do that. I've got to be quite honest, because I never know what that link is. But anyway, I did actually stop and check the link. And then I realized who it was. And the first thing I heard was my name, or my DearMamaSal name anyway. And I was just stunned. I just sat there, with my eyes popping out of my head going, what's going on here? And what it was that she had started the very vlog that I suggested she do. And she gave me a heads up and a credit for it. Well, I was very touched by that, so yay. I think this goes under the general heading of you never know what you say to somebody that's going to help change their life for the better. And most people that I know, when they're struggling and they don't quite know which way to go next in their life for whatever reason, or not even when they're struggling, when they're just confused, you're sort of going, I'm at a crossroads now, I don't know which way to go. Sometimes all you need is somebody to say something that will trigger something else in your mind, and I'm sure you've all had it happen. and it makes such a difference in your life. So I never see it as interfering with somebody's life. I merely give them the sense I get when I talk to them or when I listen to them. And I think people appreciate that. You know, I'm listening to somebody say one thing, but I get a real sense on another level, a sense that they could be doing something totally different. And I'm amazed how many times I've voiced it. And how many times they've subsequently taken action on it and written and thanked me. So it's not about yay, well, you know, yay for me. It's about, I encourage you all to trust your gut a little bit on these things. Anyway, it was great to see her laughing. It was great to see her smile. And I nearly threw up when I saw those steps, for want of a better word, that she had just climbed up. And I'm going, really? That's insane. But if it gave her pleasure, and the view was magnificent, but really, I can, you know, there's part of me that goes, I think I'll put the money in for the helicopter ride. But the question is, at that age, would I have done it? No, I still don't think I would have done it, quite honestly. Quite funny. So now we're getting close to where my car has to go. I don't know why it feels like I'm taking my car to hospital. I'm going to have to take a loaner car to go to work. And I'm sort of a little scared of the diagnosis, if any of you know what I mean. I'm hoping that it won't be too tragic. I do know that it's got a couple of sensors that are misbehaving themselves, so I don't know how serious that is. It sounds like an electrical problem, but I think, quite honestly, this particular model had that sort of electrical problem from the get-go. Could just be a short, you know, a wire that's a little bit loose. So we'll see. Okay, so here's my thought for the day. My thought for the day is, say something honest to somebody today. Not necessarily perfectly correct, but honest. Say it nicely. And say it with love, and just make sure that you own the fact that it's just your opinion, not something they have to do. But this is what I feel. And I think when you can do that in honesty, then people appreciate it. So have a great day. Look after one another. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.